Namaste everyone. Starting seated, back up nice and straight, and drop your chin down to your throat. We'll start with some half rolls of the chin from shoulder to shoulder. So squeezing your chin into your throat, but lifting your chest up high so your back is fully straight. Rolling shoulders back away from your chest so the chest is spreading open, and becoming aware of your breath as you move. And bringing nose to center, and with an inhale, lift your face. Stretch legs straight out in front of you with feet touching. Then bend the right knee up and step your right foot over your left thigh. Lift your heart up high and take a twist around to the right. Now flex your left ankle. Press your heel forward to open the back of the calf and the knee. Pull your toes back towards your left knee to stretch open the sole of the foot. Keep moving both shoulders towards your back. And then untwist yourself, turning your chest forwards. Right leg straightens, left knee bends up. Step the left foot over the right thigh and take your twist around to the opposite side. Once you're in that twist, feel what your right foot is doing. Press the heel forward and pull the toes back so your ankle is in a flex. And with each time you breathe in, lift your side waist, lift your side ribs up, and keep lifting up through the top of your head. Keeping that height, you untwist yourself. And we're going to make our way into cross ankles again. Bringing fingers onto shoulders for some shoulder rolls. We'll circle the elbows down and back and around. Each time your arms come forward, bring the elbows together to touch. And make sure that your chest is lifting high. And circle your elbows and arms in the opposite direction, still keeping the chest lifting up. Keep lengthening up through your spine. As you release your arms and take them back behind you, interlace your fingers. Drop the knees and drop the thighs. Keep feeling the breath expanding into the chest, and releasing the hips with each exhale. And let go of your hands, and we're going to take a neck stretch, reaching your arms out to the side. We'll take the right arm up over your head and tilt your head towards your right shoulder. Now stretching your left arm and fingertips down towards the floor on the left, but hovering your fingers above the mat. Don't touch down. Relax the right shoulder and the right side of your neck as well. Keep softening into the inner thighs and into your calves. Make sure you don't lean your body over to the side. It's just tilting the head. Sliding right hand under your face. Push your head up with your hand and we'll take it to the other side. Left arm reaches over your head. Tilt your head towards your left shoulder and then reach out into those right fingertips. Elbows straight, but fingers hovering just above the mat. Soften into tops of shoulders. Soften into your chest. Notice your breath again. Each in-breath, the chest lifts. Each out-breath, the legs and knees sink down, helping to relax those leg muscles. Now sliding your left hand underneath the left side of your face, push your head up with your hand. Now making your way into Baddha Konasana legs. We hold the ankles and gently bounce your knees up and down. Make sure that you're not leaning towards your back or your chest. Lift up completely straight in the spine. And then sliding your feet forwards into a diamond shape. And we're going to do some spinal rolls. So curling the chest forwards towards your heels and then rolling your back all the way up. You can move your head here as you lean forwards, extending your chin towards your toes. As you curl up, tucking chin into the throat so that you're mobilizing into the neck joints. Let the shoulders and the arms roll and move. And now we move into some circles. So you're going to roll towards the right leg, circle forwards towards your feet, and all the way around to the left. And take a few big circles in one direction with your upper body. Keep rolling with the breath from side to side. And then change and circle in the opposite direction. Fully relax your feet, fully relax your legs as you roll. Keep noticing your breath flowing. And then coming all the way up to center. And you're going to make your way onto hands and knees. Once you're on all fours, we'll do some cats and cows. Knees under hips, arms under shoulders. Exhale to round the spine up away from the mat. Inhale to sink your chest and your hips down, looking forwards. And keep going. Be aware of your feet and don't let those heels roll in towards each other. And now next time you round up into your cat stretch, hold it for an extra breath or two, tucking chin in tight. And from there, walking your arms forward into baby down dog. Keep your hips and thighs over your knees. Sink your shin bones flat into the mat. Make sure that your big toes are pointing straight back behind the knees and not in towards each other. And maybe your elbows are bent and the forearms are on the ground, or the arms are straight. And relax all the muscles in your face. Relax your eyes. Soften the cheeks. And relax your mouth. And making your way back up onto hands, and from here you're lifting into downwards facing dog. From down dog, you're going to take your feet forwards to a standing forward bend at the top of the mat, melting down over your thighs. And now we're going to circle the arms, hooking one thumb into the other. With an inhale, lift your arms forwards and up over your head. As you breathe out, circle and fold. Change the hook of the thumbs and lift as you breathe in. As you breathe out, circle and fold down again. Keep circling up and down in your own time with your breath. Big wide circles. Next time you fall down, stay in the forward bend. Making your way back into downwards facing dog. From down dog, on an in-breath, come forwards into plank. On an out-breath, lower down. Inhale to lift your chest, cobra or upwards facing dog. Exhaling, hips back down dog. And doing that again. Inhale forwards to plank. Exhale and lower. As you breathe in, curl your chest up. And then exhaling, hips to the sky, down dog. One last time. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, roll the chest up and the shoulders back. Exhaling to down dog. And now holding your down dog. Relax your neck and let your head sink. Then looking forwards, step your feet up to the top of the mat again. And we're going to take a lunge, right leg back, left knee over the left heel. Lift your chest and hang your arms by your sides. Then rolling the shoulders back and around. Keep your back up completely straight. And then roll the shoulders forwards and around. And once more, change directions, roll back. Taking hands to the floor, step your right foot forwards and change, take the left leg back. The same thing, you lift, check the right knees over your right heel, and take some shoulder rolls back and around. And change directions of your rolls, circling forwards. And once more, circle back. And taking your hands to the ground, step back into downwards facing dog from here. And now we're going to pulse with the breath from down dog. Inhale to plank, exhale back up down dog with the hips. And do that a few times in your own time. Inhaling to plank, exhaling back to downwards dog. Yeah, this is really good for your arms and your shoulders, guys. Keep pulsing. Next time you're in down dog, holding that stretch. Relax the neck again, fully sinking your weight into your hands and your heels. And now taking your feet forwards to the top of the mat again. Well, stay here in standing forward bend. Reach your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers behind your back, and drop your head down towards the floor. Your nose points back towards your legs. You can roll your head out a little bit if that feels comfortable to you. And tip your weight towards your spine, not towards the backs of the thighs and knees. With an inhale, lifting all the way up to standing and releasing your hands, but keep your shoulders back. On an in-breath, reach your arms all the way up over your head, and as you breathe out, forward fold. Shift your weight to the fronts of the feet. Now we're taking the right leg back into a lunge again. This time we're going to lift the arms up, keeping a bend in the elbows once they're lifted, and then circling your wrists above your head. You roll your wrists in the opposite direction. And now you're to keep rolling the wrists, but you're going to lift and lower your arms at the same time. So your hands keep circling, but you're raising your arms up and then lowering them down. And taking hands to the mat, step your right foot forward and change to the lunge on the other side, left leg back. And when you lift your upper body, you raise your arms over your head and circle your wrists, keeping the elbows soft, slightly bent. And rolling your wrists in the opposite direction. And now keep circling your hands. The arms go down and then back up again. So your elbows will stay bent as you lift and lower the arms. Keep rolling the hands. And taking your hands to the mat again, stepping back to your downwards facing dog. On an inhale, come forwards to plank. As you breathe out, lowering down. Curl the chest up to your back bend and then back to down dog again. From down dog, you're going to make your way forwards to the top of the mat. Fold down deep as you exhale over your thighs. And then we're moving into Parsvattanasana, stepping your right leg back. Turn the right heel in and down and stretch both knees straight. Make sure that your chest is more over your left thigh or shin than leaning off towards the right. Balancing on your hands or reaching the arms forward and lengthening your chest over the length of that left thigh. Check that your back foot is turned at a 45-degree angle, not wider than that, and the right knee points in the direction of your right toes. Then stepping the right foot forwards and change. Take your left leg back, turning the left heel in and down to a 45-degree angle of the foot. So both heels are on the floor, left foot slightly turned out, and the left knee points in the same direction as your back toes. Keep working the length of your front body forward each time you breathe in. Keep pressing your back heel firmly down into the floor and straightening out both the knees. Now staying in your forward bend, walk your hands around to the left side of your mat. You're coming into the wide legs, forward fold. I'm going to take some side lunges, keeping hands at center. Turn the toes out slightly and then bend one knee and shift hips to the side. Going left to right with the breath. Inhale to center, exhale to bend one knee. And as you do this, make sure that the outer edge of your foot is down, the baby toes stay on the floor, and the inner arches of the feet stay lifted up. Don't roll the inner ankles down towards the mat. So using your arms to stabilize your upper body and keeping those arms centered. Now this action is really good for releasing the hips. And now let's hold at center. You can hold onto your ankles or your calves and sink all the way down into your forward bend. Keep pressing your knees out away from each other and pressing the inner thighs out away from each other. Now on an in-breath, lift halfway. Exhale, hands to hips. On an in-breath, coming all the way up. And we're going to move into some hip rolls. So bringing the feet in underneath the hips. Keeping hands on hips, lift your right knee up and start to draw circles in the air with that right thigh and knee. Left leg can bend a little bit if you need to. Keep your back up completely straight. And circling your right leg around in the opposite direction. Squeeze your belly tight and keep taking your shoulders back towards your upper back. And taking right foot down to the ground, and we change sides. Lift your chest high and roll that left thigh and knee around in the air. Make sure your shoulders are all the way back. And then circle around in the opposite direction. Bringing your foot down to the floor. Now we're going to open legs out into your V shape again. Reach your arms back behind you, clasp or interlace your fingers. Deep breath in. On an exhale, forward fold over the thighs. Just like the last wide leg forward bend, keep pressing your knees and the inner thighs out away from each other and lifting your inner ankles all the way up. Nice and heavy on the outer edges of the feet, but squeezing those big toes firmly down as well. On an inhale, coming up to standing, and we're moving into triangle. So turning left toes to the back edge of your mat. On an inhale, reach the arms wide, and on your exhale, fold over, hand to shin or left hand to your ankle or to the floor. And now be careful with your right waist. Make sure that you're not curving the right ribs up and coming into a banana shape in the spine and the rib cage. Flatten that right side body out as well as lengthening the left side. And the right hand can stay on your hip or right arm straight up over your shoulder. Lean towards your back. With an inhale, come up, legs stay as they are. Reverse triangle. Right hand to the right leg or hip. left arm up over your left ear, and lengthen out through both sides of your neck, softening both shoulders. Coming back up to center. Let's change the feet. Look at your feet as you change sides. Left toes turn in, right toes point forwards. Inhale to reach the arms wide. Exhale to fold over that right leg. And then leaning towards your back and keeping that awareness of the left side body. Don't hunch the ribs up and round the spine sideways. Flatten and lengthen into both sides of your body. Keep shifting your weight towards your back body. And on an in-breath, come all the way up. Reverse our triangle, left hand to the left leg or hip. Stretch that right arm all the way up and then over your right ear. Twist the right knee open. And then lifting all the way up to center again. And then turning your right foot in. Turn the left toes to the back of your mat again. We're going to move into a half moon. So make sure the left foot is aligned correctly. We'll step onto the left foot and balance your left fingertips on the floor as you lift your right leg up parallel to the ground. Either right hand stays on the hip or lifting your arm straight up over your shoulder. Now keep looking down to help you with your balance. And make sure the left foot hasn't somehow misaligned itself. Flex your right ankle and squeeze your inner thighs tight. The standing leg knee can be bent if you need. Stepping back onto your right foot. Hands to hips as you change the feet. Left toes in, right toes turn to the front edge of your mat. Inhale to reach the arms wide, and when you're ready, step onto that right foot, dropping the right fingertips to the ground, either left hand on the left hip or arm straight up to the sky. Again, you can bend your standing leg to get your fingertips to the ground. Flex the ankle of the lifted leg, flex it hard, and squeeze the inner thigh muscles to the leg bones. Keep your breath moving as you hold your pose. Carefully stepping back to the floor and coming up. And then heel toe or hop your feet into center. You make your way up to the top of your mat again. On an inhale, float your arms up over your head. On your exhale, forward fold. After you lengthen your chest forward, step the right leg back and drop the right knee to the mat. We're going to take some big circles of the arms, forwards, up and back, full rotations through the shoulder joints. Make sure that your left heel is straight under your left knee, not behind or in front. And then we keep the arms back, clasp or interlace your fingers behind you. Keep using your in-breaths to lengthen up out of your lower back. Upper back lifts. Taking hands to the ground, step the right foot forwards, and we go straight back to the lunge on the other side. Left leg back, knee to the mat. Right shin is directly over the right heel, and then circling the arms. Inhale, forwards, up and back as you exhale. And when your arms go back again, keep them there, find your hands, and stretch your chest open a little bit wider. Keep your mind focused on your breath flowing in and out. And taking hands to the ground, you're going to step straight into a plank pose from here and lower flat down onto your tummy. We're going to come into a half frog, reaching back with your left hand for your left foot or toes. Squeeze your heel in towards your left bum. And then relax into your chest. Sink down fully into your forehead. Soften and relax across your upper back and all the way down your spine. Letting go of your left foot. Let's change it over to the other side. You reach back with your right hand for right ankle or toes and hug that heel in towards you. Just check that your knees are not wider than the hips. Fully dropping your weight into your front body and relaxing your forehead, relaxing your eyes and your eyebrows, softening into the jaw and the mouth. Letting go of your right foot. Push up onto hands and knees. Keep big toes together and spread those knees wide. Moving hips back towards heels. We're taking a twist. Thread your right arm under your chest and slide the left arm forwards. And each time you breathe out, drop deeper into that right upper arm and shoulder. Softening with the exhales into armpits and chest. And reaching your right arm forwards and change. Thread the left arm under. Sink your weight into that left shoulder. Get a little bit heavier in the hips and the backs of the thighs as well. Give it a nice long stretch through that right arm. And now making your way out. You lift yourself all the way up to sitting. And coming to cross ankles for some head rolls. Exhale, chin to throat. Rolling your right ear to your right shoulder. Circling your head all the way back and around. Left ear to left shoulder. And then keep circling in the same direction that you started. Lift your chest, lengthen through the upper back, and let the inner groin soften and sink. Stay aware of your breath as it flows in and out. Next time chin comes to throat, take a pause. And then circle your head in the opposite direction. Left ear to left shoulder, all the way back and around, right ear to right shoulder. And keep circling in the same direction again. Check that you haven't rounded your spine and your shoulders forward. Lift your chest and roll your shoulders back. Keep noticing the breath. And now next time chin points down, pause. And with an inhale, lift your head. From here, we're going to make our way down onto backs. You can hug your knees into your chest once you're lying down. Rock a little bit from side to side if you wish. And then sliding yourself straight, dropping your toes and your knees open, relaxing your arms and closing your eyes. You're fully relaxed into your whole body now. Drop your full weight into your shoulders, upper back, lower back, Let your tummy get really soft and relaxed. And feel your legs and your arms get really heavy. Back of the head melts down into the mat. And feel your eyes sink into the back of your skull. Letting your whole skin over your whole body soften and slacken away from your muscles. Letting all the muscles in your whole body soften and melt away from your bones. And even allowing the bones to get really soft. The whole body completely relaxed now. Now taking your awareness down into your fingers and your toes. Start to wiggle them around and wake them up. Circling your wrists, rolling your ankles. And taking in a deep breath. You reach your arms out over your head. Give your whole body a good stretch. And then hugging your knees into your chest. And from here, you're going to carefully make your way up to sitting. Pause there for a moment. May our minds be open to the divine light that guides us. May our hearts be open to the divine love that surrounds us. May the angels keep us and bless us and bring us joy. Namaste, everyone.